Hello my dear friends, so welcome back, welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. Today in this video, let's try to understand planet Rahu placement in the 6th house of your astrological birth chart and what will happen when planet Rahu and sits in the 6th house, what are the kind of results this placement is going to provide you. I'm going to explain you in this video. Also, I'm going to cover up the special aspects because Rahu is going to aspect 5 places away, 7 places away and 9 places away. So it is going to aspect your 10th house of your career, 12th house of your expenses and the 2nd house of your wealth and savings as well. So it is quite an interesting placement. See, first of all, let's try to understand the Rahu and the 6th house. On one hand, if I talk about regarding planet Rahu, Rahu represents the obsessions that are present inside you. It may be any kind of obsession towards acquiring money, name, fame, recognition, monetary gains, because Rahu, it is a very materialistic planet. Rahu also represents some kind of a non-satisfaction because Rahu always keep on eating and Rahu always feel discontent in his or her life. Also, Rahu represents all the globalization that are happening nowadays. Even the new technologies that are connected with artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, any kind of a designing. So these kind of a lucrative environments, they are also connected with Rahu. Because Rahu, it is a one step ahead planet. Rahu is having that kind of a far-sightedness or that kind of a curiosity. So Rahu tend to explore each and everything. That is why Rahu also represents any kind of a foreign traveling and settlement as well. Because foreign element, that kind of a foreign entity, that thing is also seen with Rahu. Rahu represents any kind of a new experiences which you are experiencing for the first time. The things which you are doing for the first time, that thing is seen from Rahu. Also, it is that kind of a clever planet which is looking for the shortcut methods to obtain the chief objective goal. So that is very, very clever and very sharp planet. And especially the 6th house in Vedic astrology, it is the house of your disease, health is concerned. Also 6th house, it is the house of your enemies as well. It is the house of the competition in the business field, in the career environment. So that kind of a competition is seen from 6th house. Also 6th house, it is the house of some medical services as well. It is the house of some kind of emergencies. It is the house which represents your day-to-day life, how you spend your 24 hours a day. So that thing is seen from the 6th house. So whenever planet Rahu and comes in contact with the 6th house, it is going to be an excellent placement in your astrological birth chart. Because let me tell you one thing, Rahu in the 6th house, it feels extremely satisfied. Because Rahu is that kind of a planet, only that have the ability or capability to handle the 6th house. Also, like this placement is very good apart from Rahu in the 10th house, 11th house and 3rd house. Rahu is still having some kind of other impact. But in the 6th house, Rahu is a very headstrong. These individuals, they always like, if they decide something, they will do it, no matter what are the kind of obstacles they are going to face. Because Rahu in the 6th house, it removes all the obstacles from your life. With the passage of time, it is going to remove all the obstacles from your life and you are going to reach your goal or desire in your life. Also, Rahu in the 6th house, it is a very well dignified Rahu. They also look towards the other individuals as well. Because here, Rahu in the 6th house, it have that kind of ability to serve other people well as well. Although some kind of a selfishness is connected with this Rahu, but this is a very well dignified Rahu. Here Rahu is at its proper formation. You can call it as a very, very mature Rahu. Especially if this placement is occurring in your D9, the Man chart as well, this is a marvelous placement. Also, the difficult part lies with the Rahu in the 6th house is that these individuals, they have to deal with lot of enemies in their life. And these are the enemies which are not presented just outside. These are the enemies that are present inside them as well. Because Rahu in the 6th house, it gives that kind of a sense. Like if they see other people growing, they somewhere tend to pull their leg. Like why they are growing. Because here Rahu is a completely uncomfortable in the very uncomfortable zone. And because of their life, that kind of a sufferings in the 6th house, it become very difficult for this Rahu to see other people succeed. Because 6th house, it is the house of competition as well. And Rahu will obtain all the tips and tricks and all the other methods to obtain everything. Like suppose you want to defeat these individuals, because Rahu in the 6th house, these individuals, they obtain every method by hook and by crook to defeat their enemies. Also in the business field, this placement of Rahu is going to kill all the obstacles. That is a Bighan Harta. Every remover of the obstacles, you can call this placement. The obstacles are going to be there, but you have to be very, very headstrong in order to fight with them. Otherwise, the survival is not possible with this Rahu. Because 6th house, Rahu behaves very unexpectedly sometimes. Sometimes you are going to receive very good things, and sometimes you are going to receive very bad circumstances as well. So that is why you must have to be fully mentally prepared. Because if this Rahu is in conjunction with some malefic planet or some benefic planet, then whole scenario is going to change, because then the predictions are not going to be same. But even though, let me tell you, if benefics and malefics, if this Rahu is posited with any planet, not with Sun and Moon, because if it is posited with these planets, it is a worst placement in the 6th house. But if it is posited with any other planet, Rahu have the ability to extract the positive energy from that planet, to extract all the positivity, and then they utilize their own brain for creating something. Even if they fell into some kind of a legal matters, Rahu have the abilities or tendencies to get out of that kind of a court cases very easily. So that is very suitable placement for the lawyers as well, attorneys as well, any kind of a legal profession, that is going to be good. Even like if you receive the support of planet Mars, any kind of a real estate and that kind of things are very, very good for you. You will make a lot of gains in your life, especially if Rahu and Mars, they are posited in the 6th house. Also here Rahu is going to aspect your 10th house of the career as well. So Rahu's direct 5th impact on your career life, it makes the 10th house very, very unstable, because they don't know at what time we are going to shake from our career environment. Although like they will find some kind of a success in the career field as well, but the stability is not going to be present over there, because wherever Rahu's aspect in your chart, it is going to create a lot of instability. Also like some kind of that selfishness behavior in their career environment, that thing is also going to be seen. Because of their own success, lot of other people, they will feel jealous of this placement. Other people feel jealous of you, because your Rahu is in the 6th house, it is very strong. So they are feeling jealous of that Rahu as well. Also Rahu is directly aspecting your 12th house, and 12th house where Ketu is posited. And Ketu in the 12th house, it is like you don't have to balance between the spiritual and the materialistic aspect. It is already a well balanced placement, especially if it is posited in the earth and the watery elements. Ketu in the watery signs, it is marvelous, because then you have the understandings of the nature laws as well. How some things work, how this thing work, how this thing work. That kind of a research oriented brain. And you have the ability of multitasking as well. You can do as many as skills at a single duration of time. Because Ketu in the 12th house, it is going to give you very eccentric brain. Something that is going to happen in the future, you can easily see that kind of a things in your life. Predictability, it is going to be a very, very good. If you want to go into the field of astrology, this is going to be a very good placement. Also Ketu placement in the 12th house, it is the house of your expenses as well. And Ketu act as some kind of a detachment. So detachment from the expenses, that thing is also going to protect you in your life. But Rahu's aspect on the Ketu, that thing is not considered good. Because on one hand, the hunger for the materialism, that is very high inside this Rahu. So they always, whenever they try to spend, they spend big. Like they spend the big amount. Also like these individuals, they prefer quality over quantity. Because Rahu want the finest objects, the best thing in the world. Like these individuals, they always looking for the perfection. Like you always want to achieve the perfect things in my life. And on the other hand, Ketu is pulling you towards something else. Ketu is taking you to some other realm of some research, some kind of invention, or taking the pure path of spirituality. But here you cannot like leave this Rahu-Ketu all alone, and you can pursue the single path. You have to pursue both the paths if you are having this kind of a placement. Also, Rahu is aspecting your second house as well. Second house, it is the house of your wealth and savings. So that I told you, Rahu's aspect, it will create very unstable kind of a thing. So first of all, it is going to create a lot of family issues. And family issues before marriage and after marriage, both kind of a things are purely seen with this Rahu. Because the understandings with the family members, that is not going to be present in your life. Your philosophy or your thinking towards life, that is purely different, and your family thinking and philosophy of life, that is purely different. So that is going to be not a very good match. But especially the like wealth and savings as well. So Rahu's aspect on the second house, these people are very good with the investments and playing with the number games as well. Like if I invest this much portion here, like what are the kind of gains I'm going to make after investing here, there and that thing. So that kind of a diversified portfolio is always in their life. Because Rahu is a very protective planet, also like it creates a lot of instability, but it is going to protect that house as well. So they are like very overly cautious regarding their money as well. In that way, they are going to like keep some portion of their money at some hidden place as well. You know, that kind of a secret side, that secret side is always present inside their life. They will not easily tell you like this is the money like I'm holding in my savings. It is very difficult to know these individuals personally, because the overcautious attitude towards life, that is going to be present inside their life, and especially with the second house of wealth and savings. So that is the overall impact of Rahu placement in your sixth house. I hope you like the analysis. If you have any queries regarding your Rahu placement, do contact me at my mail ID. I will respond you back within 48 hours after receiving your email. So till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to follow me on Instagram as well, where I post a lot of stuff related to Vedic astrology. Till then, bye bye. I will meet you very, very soon.